And then I was telling myself, well, one day, why don't you just start drinking like how these people are drinking? Like, they just kept bringing it. So,
you said that little people.
So I was like, well, let me try to be like how they are. And I guess I felt it was a challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Right.
Welcome to another episode of Odd Pairing. I am your co-host, Natasha, and I am with my other co-host, Paige.
Hi.
Welcome.
How's it going?
Good. And I say welcome because you weren't here last time. So, I'm glad that you're back. And how was your week?
It was good. Enjoying the sunshine. Lots of swimming.
It's too hot.
Lots of sunscreen.
It's too hot.
Now we're complaining about it being too hot.
It's too hot. I am spoiled by, this is going to happen every summer. Mm-hmm. So prepare yourself. Every time you watch this show, every summer, I'm going to complain about how I am used to low 70 degree weather.
Perfect weather.
Perfect. It don't get no perfect than there's nowhere else in the world. And I've been all over. And here we are scolding with the 82. And I hate it.
82.
I hate it. I don't like anything about it. I don't like getting in my car and the seats burn my butt. I don't like that.
It never feels good.
Yeah. So good. How are the kids?
They're great. They're great. Enjoying summer as well.
Yeah.
Staying very busy.
Mm-hmm. What do you have them doing since
they're
it is
in summer camps. So they're going on field trips and, I don't know, staying busy, which is the most important part.
That's good. Do they, what kind of trips they take them on?
They went down to like Balboa Park and they've gone to Bates Nut Farm and they're going to SDSU this week to the Aquaplex.
Okay.
So they're going all over the place next week. They're supposed to go to a Padres game.
Oh.
So they're just living it up.
What's the age limit?
Yeah, right? I'm like, can I go on that game?
Because I'm sure they going to the Padres game for next to nothing.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool now.
Probably almost free.
But you would have to go with a bunch of elementary aged students, which sounds terrible.
That's where you got me. That's where you lost me. Yeah.
How have you been? What is your week?
It's been a busy week. I have a lot of great new things kind of coming up. So I'm like super excited, but also like super nervous about it too. Because it's like new adventures that's taking me to a whole nother level in terms of like therapy. So I'm just like super excited about it. Thank you.
You're gonna kill it.
I'm super excited about it, but also like, please God, don't let me fuck these people up.
Don't let me contribute to their trauma.
Please don't let me. I know I'm working on their trauma, but I don't want to contribute to it either. So yeah, it's a great space to be in, and I'm just so like just grateful. I'm literally working in my purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels good.
I was gonna say that probably feels just your body feels good. Yeah.
And then it's just, you just get paid to do it. So that's like a plus, a bonus.
Yeah.
I'm working in my purpose and I'm also just getting paid to do this. Like people are giving me their money.
Win. Yeah, win.
People are giving me their money and saying, hey, fix me. And I'm like, yes, I got you. So yeah, that's what's been happening this week. And it's just been, trying to stay cool. Yeah. Trying to keep the dog cool because he's been a little restless, like in the house because he wants to be outside. And I'm like, babe, it's hot.
Too hot for him.
We can't be out there. And you hear a dog barking and he's like, nope, send me out right now. And I do. I send him right on out there. And he regrets it. And he regrets it each time.
Let me in.
He regrets it each time. So
I said, just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding.
Pretty much. But he forgets it. It takes him like a couple of minutes.
Their short-term memory is really bad.
Out there because I heard another dog out. They're playing, so obviously I need to play too.
FOMO.
Yeah, and I'm such a black mom when it comes to my dog. I'm like, don't be running in and out this house. You let my good air out. Don't be running, because he can go from the patio back inside the patio. I'm like, don't be running in and out my house.
It costs money. This time of year, it costs money.
So
this time it's double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's wild.
So that's pretty much what's been going on with me. But we're going to kind of get into this episode because we have a special guest today.
We do.
We have my great friend, Leatrice. Leatrice owns a juice company that is a beauty elixir. For some reason, the word elixir does something to my spirit. It just makes me feel rich and luxurious. Just the whole word of elixir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so you own this for 8JuiceCo, which I love that name, and you're gonna kind of tell me about what this 8 means, because I think we've been friends for a while, and I still don't know what the 8 means.
Well, 8 is for abundance.
Oh.
And for infinity. So we want everything to flow. Abundance keeps flowing into our lives. And that's what the whole juice represents. Just natural inside out. So the Beauty Elixir, 8JuiceCo bought Inside Out Elixir. So that's how we started to implement the beauty elixirs for gut to skin. So therefore we are clearing up all of our beauty from the inside out. And it's just going to repeat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So how did you get started? Like, when did you first get started? What was it like? Yeah.
Well, I've been juicing for a while. I have 2 children. So my first one, I was juicing. And I kind of grew up with juicing. I didn't like vegetables at the time. And it took me a while to like vegetables as an adult, too. So we're about to really get into it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was juicing just regularly, like everyone, just juices. But by the time my son got to be like in 18, a little bit older, and then I had my little daughter, I wanted to dab a little bit more into nutrition and figure out what is going on with our guts. Because there's a lot of, diseases and different things, and our skin too. I have very sensitive skin, so I want to know about that. And so the more that I dived into the gut and learned about what is causing all of like the gut issues or what's going on with our skin, then I found out that certain fruits or vegetables are better taken at like a small amount, and you can really clear your gut up with that. And you don't have to just be drinking random juice or anything like that.
Oh.
So although most fruits and vegetables, well, all of them are pretty healthy for us, there are specific ones that just pertain for our gut. And we want that collagen. We want to empty out any toxins in our body and replenish our cell renewal. So the more I started to learn about which fruits and vegetables, majority of them were the ones that I never ate. And I didn't know how to add that to my diet. So I said, you know what? I'm going to juice it, see what it tastes like. And if it go down that way, then we're safe.
Then that's how I'm going to do it.
So beets, carrots. The only fruit I actually liked was pineapple at the time. And it was actually causing me, pineapple has histamine receptors, and so do our bodies. And so I have allergies. So every time I would have pineapple, it's like counter-react. And the whole time I'm like, oh, I feel so good. I love it. And then I would not feel good for like the next 3 or 4 or 5 days. So then I was like, okay, well, what fruits can I have that's going to help with not like putting my histamine receptors in overdrive? And then it was like a lot of melons and a lot of our water fruits and our water vegetables. So that definitely helps keep our skin glowing and empty out like any of the toxins. So when you're juicing them, it changes the taste of how we're eating it. And most of them are really sweet. Your spinach and kale, I don't juice those just because they have a little bit more things in them. Some people may have a reaction to their bodies. So I just leave that up to everyone else. If you want to juice spinach or kale, you can do that.
Yeah.
But for our company, we stick to mainly everything that's going to hydrate us.
Okay.
Because the more that we're hydrated, then the better we feel. The better if we happen to be drinking, we're already hydrated. So we're not going to get depleted from dehydration.
Right.
And, we sweat and everything. So you want to keep that hydration there. Most people talk about water, but that still kind of just goes through us. That's a good get rid of toxins quick.
Yeah.
But you want to have those fruits and vegetables that have the water, so that keeps us looking young and wrinkle-free and very healthy looking.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah. Because how old did you say that your oldest was again?
He's 20. So he's
So obviously you've been juicing.
Yeah. Yeah, you have.
Obviously you have been juicing. You have a whole 20-year-old out here.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, so let's start tasting some of your juices.
Let's dive in.
So let us know which ones we want to taste first, and we're gonna do something a little bit special since we are a drinking podcast.
Okay.
We're gonna add a little liquor in there. Yeah, some
Hey,
liquor.
now.
Yeah.
Let's turn our mocktails into cocktails.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. I like that.
Beauty everything.
Yes.
So let's start with apple fennel. So we're gonna try this one. And let's try it with some.
Okay, a little bubbly.
Yes. Put this up.
So give us a little bit, as you are mixing this together, give us a little bit of the idea of behind your apple fennel.
Okay. So again, I only like pineapple. So when I juiced, I needed to make it. I had addiction to sugar. I was just lay that out on the line. So the juice needed to have that taste, like a regular sugar taste. So apple already is very sweet, but I wanted like an herb or more of a refresher. So I added fennel, and it just helps with our gut, cleans it, keeps it balanced, and it's just like a really good drink to add something to it. And apple already detoxes our liver, so we're detoxing today.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm with it.
Oh,
So when we talk about like healthy drinks, right? Because we've been talking a lot about healthy drinks like this entire season, and kind of combining to like alcohol. How do you see this product kind of being able to, I guess, flourish in the light of not only we can drink them by themselves, but just having that, at a party now, because now we're getting our beauty and we can drink all at the same time. So how do you see that kind of going?
Right now, we do events. So anybody wants to have, we already have our bartender. So now you have like fresh juice, mocktail, cocktail.
okay.
And, people are still going to come up for their drink, right? But then now for those who may not want to drink, but they still want to be a part of the party. And if they only want to have a little bit, maybe you're just into drinking, right? You're just starting off, how it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So now you have something
delicious.
that you can pair with, and you're healthy, your skin is glowing, you're not going to be dehydrated, and it's easy to go down.
Yeah. You got me and my skin is glowing.
Absolutely.
That's delicious. Yeah, that's really good.
And what did you say the fennel does again? Is for your good health?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. What is fennel?
Fennel is a vegetable. It's an Italian vegetable.
Oh, what does it look like?
It's like a big root.
Yeah, so so on the bottom,
Like a bulb.
yes, it is like a white bulb, but then up top it has leaves that look like dill. So you can kind of, if you have to look at it really good, like, because sometimes they put fennel next to dill, but the fennel actually has sticks like celery. So you have like an onion, celery, and dill.
Yeah.
What part of the fennel do you juice? Do you juice the leaves and the stalks and the root, or do you?
So when we're just doing mocktails or we have an event, then I don't go all the way down to the root because we're just a little bit fun.
Yeah.
But for the beauty elixirs, we are tackling something. So we're gonna use the root because we want the root solves everything.
True. Yeah.
So I use the root of of all the fruits and vegetables when it comes to the elixirs.
Okay.
Because that holds the most vitamins. So whether it's vitamin C, B, A, or antioxidants, that's what you want to have the most. And you don't necessarily need a whole bunch. Yeah. Because throughout the day, maybe you'll eat some fruit. Maybe you'll have some veggies during your dinner. You don't want to, you want to just stay balanced, and we're all about having a balanced lifestyle.
Yeah. Because we're definitely kicking it up in that area in terms of having a balanced type of lifestyle and being able to have something that keeps you healthy while also indulging.
Absolutely.
Because I think that's where I really want to head, because I'm not going to stop drinking. I'm not going to stop. So if I can have it in a more healthier capacity, then it just makes it easier for me to have when I'm, throwing a party, because I refuse to throw a party with just juice and water. I refuse. Right. I refuse. You're not going to get me to throw a party with juice and water. Okay? Sodas on the side.
And then now this particular juice, I mean, it's cold pressed. So you're getting like fresh, organic, cold pressed juice, as opposed to when we're drinking and we have those other mixers, I don't really know what's in them, how the syrup turns out and all of that. But I do love the fact that I know that everyone will be drinking something natural, healthy, fresh, organic from Earth.
What is the difference between like cold press and then I know like you can buy the juicers in the store where you have to like clean it all out? Yeah. Like I don't know what the different techniques are, but what is a cold press technique?
Excuse me. Cold press technique is juicing just a little bit slower. They are it like presses all of the nutrients out. When we blend, we're just blending. You may add some water. So now you're diluting, right? So what you could have had, now we've made it shorter. And then it still tastes pretty good. But with this, you are getting all the nutrients.
100%. Yeah.
You're also getting the sugar that comes with it. That's natural sugar that our bodies produce. Yeah. And that is A-okay. But as the elixir, I don't know how much sugar or what's going to go into your body. So the 2 ounces is about just enough. 4 ounces a day is really pretty good for everybody if you're going to have a cold press of something. So you don't want to have too much sugar because, you're going to eat, let's say in the morning you took your Beauty Elixir. Yeah. And then, but at lunch you had pasta. Well, that's going to turn into sugar. Yep. So, but at least you didn't have an 8 glass of juice for no reason. And then you had this, and then we wonder like, oh my God, I had something healthy this morning, but I couldn't lose weight. But it was like, oh my God. So we want to get down to having the right amount of sugar for our bodies, so therefore we can maintain the look we want to be.
That makes sense. Because, I've been doing it all wrong then. I'd be like, well, I can have, 8 glasses of water and 4 glasses of juice. Obviously, it's 8 ounces.
Right.
So 8 times 4, do the math. That's how much juice I'm having a day. You know what I mean? So that was good information. This one's all
for you.
Right. That was very good information to know. I love that you're answering all of my questions and I don't even have to ask them.
I know. You guys ready for another taste?
We sure are. Yes. What you mean?
Before we dive into which one's our favorite.
Right. So what is this one?
Oh, well, I was going to put that back. But so this one is, this is our summer one. So I've been making it for 3 years now. It does come out one color, but after it sits,
it's like so pretty.
Yes, then it just forms this. So I always call it my tequila sunrise. Oh. But it's watermelon and pineapple.
Are we going?
There's that pineapple.
So are you saying that we're going to add tequila to it or what?
Oh yes, we're going to add. We can add a couple of things to it. Okay. So it pairs really well. Like if you have like your favorite vodka. So I got a vodka that kind of goes with it. won't throw it off, especially for the beginner drinkers.
Yeah.
Because, we want something sweet.
Yeah.
So here you have something really healthy that's not going to dehydrate you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have like a little bit something that's going to, get the party out of you.
Right. Get it started in the right way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then therefore, when we're drinking watermelon has A, B, and C vitamin. It can take care of pretty much almost anything. I mean, if you have a stuffy nose and a lot of mucus, just eat you a lot of watermelon or drink you some watermelon, and it's just going to drain all of that out of you because of all of those vitamins.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But it has the highest collagen in there for your skin. Yes. So we want to be beautiful and we want to stay young looking, because the more that our skin is hydrated, the less wrinkles we have.
Yeah.
There, water can't help you, but this can.
Yeah.
This can definitely help. Okay,
I love that we're using Ciroc, so Diddy, hit me.
Absolutely.
I can help you out.
Oh, please tear here. Wow.
Instructions and everything.
Yes.
I feel like every bottle should have that on there.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Oh, I think it's different from this though. Oh yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think I don't know if Diddy wanted us to take
down below.
I don't know why he wanted us to take that off. That's weird. Oh,
you can watch us open a bottle.
As you can see, P. Diddy, I need you to come on so you can show us how to open this, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, there we go.
Awesome.
That's a summer citrus. I've been watching that in the store. I'm not a vodka person, but I do. Look at me about to having drinks all over everything. I'm not a huge vodka person, but I definitely watch Diddy's different Cirocs because he always has some funky like little color or something that be going with it.
Right.
Good branding.
Yeah.
I too am not so much on vodka, but
hidden.
Yeah.
This looked like the watermelon elixir, so I was like, we need to go matchy, and
damn,
I knew it was gonna work.
So good.
That is good.
Wow. Yeah, and the smell alone, just on the nose. Oh my.
You guys like the watermelon?
Yeah.
Love the watermelon.
I
Yes.
know. It's our favorite. It's one of our like special ones. Everyone's like, you're gonna make this one? You're gonna make this one? And I'm like,
I can see why. Wow.
Yeah, that is amazing.
And you said you use the full watermelon for this too, not just the red stuff.
We have because you have the white part and then you have the outside. So the outside is actually like a cucumber. So
seriously,
yeah, and you can eat it. You can definitely eat it. Now it doesn't taste as sweet as your watermelon, but it has all your collagen in there, and that's where all the vitamin C is at.
Is in the green part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Well, ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
So when you juice the green part,
I've been throwing the good part away.
The main part, absolutely, the main part. So all the ones that you throw away, I juice, put a little this and that in there, and now
Yeah.
stay hydrated.
Wow.
This is amazing.
I know, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Are we trying to keep all the secrets to myself?
Yeah. Thank you for sharing them with us.
And our listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, to kind of educate people on like what these different fruits and vegetables actually do.
Right.
Yeah, so knowing that about the watermelon, I'm definitely going to look at watermelon.
We always just give the rind to my dog.
That's what I do.
And he chows down, and we're like, okay, cool. Like,
that's probably why
no wonder he has great fur.
I was gonna say that's why my dog fur is shining.
Yeah, and plus, you want to give it to men because men that helps with their prostate. So the white, definitely helps with prostate and keeping them healthy. So for us, the red part is amazing, right? We don't necessarily have to eat
the hydrating piece,
right?
Yeah.
But for men, then they can eat the white and the green part because that's going to help them and for their man health.
Very good.
Well, I'll definitely be
now
ordering
everyone's
some
getting
for my
healthy.
husband. Yeah, everybody. Everybody can get it. So let's kind of go, like, as we talk about like how you have created these elixirs, and I'm going to keep saying that word elixir because it just does something to the luxury part of me.
Right?
I just
Inside
love your
out
like
elixir.
shoulder move.
Yeah, you
when
see
you
it,
do
I'm like
it.
elixir. Even the tongue is going elixir.
She hasn't said the word without moving her body.
It just does something to me. So there's this cool probiotic drink that's out called Z-Biotics. And if you haven't heard of them, it's basically a probiotic drink that breaks down the byproduct of alcohol that's basically responsible for that rough morning that you have. If you order some, if you go on their website and order some, you can get a special discount through Odd Pairing by putting in our code OddPairingPod. That's OddPairingPod. And you'll be able to get a discount. Happy drinking. Just kind of thinking about that and how we also do when it comes to like alcohol. So in your opinion, how does moderate alcohol consumption fit into a healthy lifestyle?
Moderate alcohol consumption. I would probably say, well, I guess like socializing, if you are out socializing, I would see that as moderate because sometimes you may have something at home or you may socialize at home with friends, but then when you're out, you can still, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
It's just only when we decide that we want to have fun 24 hours, then, that takes away from the moderate. And then that actually depletes all the fluids that's in our body. And it depletes the main fluid that's in our brain. So it's another reason why I made the elixirs because when we are drinking, they'll give you water for, you're like, stay hydrated, but no one gives you fruit. No one gives you a cucumber.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, when they don't give you cabbage. I mean, that may not be available, but we do know they have at least some sort of fruit, at the bar or something. But they don't offer you that. And those are the main things that you want to have when you're out drinking. So even if you don't have any juice, if we're just down in shots, ask for, you have some cucumbers or something that is going to give your body the water that you need. Yes, instead of depleting, because the water is still going to go right through you.
Yeah.
Our bodies operate better when we're eating the water. So your cabbage.
Seriously?
Your cabbage.
Is it because of the digestion system? Is that why it would? Well,
that's why we stay hydrated. So, and they're like, water is hydrating. But water is actually, water can deplete you because it's going to take away your electrolytes. You drink too much of it.
That's true.
And then you're having to go to the restroom a lot. So now we're depleting magnesium and potassium is going and like it's going faster than we can replenish it. But what we can replenish is you have celery. That has water in there. So our bodies, when we eat water, our bodies is like, now I'm going to give you the water that you need.
Yeah.
So then, we sweat regularly or then somebody will be like, oh my gosh, you're like glowing. And all of a sudden that was your body saying, we just need to give her some water real quick. And,
happy.
Right.
Yeah. It's your body saying it's happy.
Yeah. So when we're drinking, it's all fun until like the night later on from that night or the next day. But that's because the alcohol draws out all of the water that's within our bodies. So what's better, and so that you won't even have a hangover, is hydrate with those fruits or vegetables before you go out and enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Then, drinking immoderately, it's going to be fine. You'll be just fine.
Yeah. That's interesting because my grandmother, when she was alive, I'll never forget when she told us that the doctor had said that she was having too much water. And it was because it was flushing out literally everything.
Right.
So she was like, my grandmother would only drink water. She didn't drink nothing else. She just had water. She would always have like bottles of water in her purse, everything. And now that makes sense to me. in terms of what you're saying with the flushing of just like normal water, because that's the purpose of it, is to flush.
Right.
Right. And so now that I think about that when the doctor told her that, I was like, the doctor crazy. He don't know what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
Drink your water, Granny. But really, it was because she literally was depleting herself.
Right.
Flushing everything out. Yeah.
Because the older that we are, it's, it's like when you're a baby. So the older that we get, we may be a little bit sensitive to certain things, and things are going to go a lot quicker as opposed to, in our whole, rainbow stage of getting to, the other end of later on in life.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, I remember when you was talking about giving up dairy. So I recently just did because I realized that dairy was breaking me out.
Oh, was it?
Like my face.
Yeah.
Dairy's like really bad.
Absolutely.
so bad.
Absolutely.
It is so bad.
Well, what happens is when we're having those particular type of foods, our body is inflamed. And it does depend on our blood type. Not a lot of people talk about our blood type, but even, some people can have dairy, some people can't have dairy. Some people can have a coconut, some people cannot have a coconut. Yeah. So whether it's good or bad, it just depends on that blood type and how your body's going to react to that.
It's we're all a giant chemical reaction.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
When our bodies are inflamed and it keeps going, then it's going to show up in our skin. So the more...
and that's exactly what it was doing, yeah.
Right, so the more that you're having those foods that are hydrating, then you're eliminating all of that. You're saying, body, we don't need the inflammation. We're safe. Go back to wherever you're supposed to be at.
Yes, I love that. That's the therapy mindset. We are safe. I love that. Yes, yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, because then from there, we're not having to choose product for our skin. We're out here choosing product because of something that we think, but it's really internal.
We're only treating it from like on the surface.
So we treat it from the
much
root.
of it is coming from the inside.
Right. So the root of the problem means you're going to drink root.
Yeah. How did you grow up with alcohol? How was alcohol played in your life?
Well, let's say my grandmother thought whiskey and honey was cough syrup.
Oh, well.
So
there's
like
that.
The grannies for me.
Yeah. So bourbon was the highlight of the night. Bourbon and honey. And then from there, I think I would say there's beer. Like probably, so that's when I was real little, right? So still when I'm little, there's beer and I was all for it. So I was always like, let me drink the last sips of your beer. I like the bubbly. But I actually learned that alcohol made me sleepy. And it made me, I'm a very energetic person. And it made me like,
yeah.
So people were like, like, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, nothing, but, I'm just hanging out. Just,
It was a true, it's a true depressant for me. That's why I only drink when I'm like high, when I'm like having a great time.
Yes.
Because if I drink it, if I'm not having a great time, it'll show. Like I'm like mad at everybody and everything. I'm like, nope, get out of here. I don't like you anyway. Like that's me. So that's why I only drink it when I'm having a great time or, happy. Because I found that same thing of where when I drink, I get tired.
Yes.
Because I'm a very energetic person. People be like, they would think that it would take me even more up because I'm an energetic person. So they was like, obviously when you get drunk, you're going to be a lot of fun. No, I'm in the corner like this.
Life of the party.
Right. But
I'm on the side like, sleep.
Absolutely. I've had security
and then
guards.
mad if you wake me up. Yeah.
Yes.
Pissed off if you wake me up.
Right, absolutely. Then they're like, "Oh, you're very mean." I'm like, "Oh no, I was so nice."
You just met the wrong side.
Yeah. Right, absolutely. So you do. So that was another reason why I made the mocktails because during when I started it was in 2020 and that's COVID. Everyone was and our mental was not.
Yeah.
So it was like well, do I have something to drink and join everyone at the White House breaking in, or
What the hell?
or do I stick to the mocktails because fruit.
Those are very two extremes.
Not you, January 6th. That's hilarious. I just found out one of my neighbors was at the January 6th, but that's another story. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then I learned that, okay, so at this moment, everyone needs endorphins. Our endorphins need to rise.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, well, what's going to help us?
Yeah.
Fruit. And your favorite fruit. So whatever your favorite fruit is for you, that's going to boost your endorphins like less than 60 seconds. Less than 60 seconds.
Girl, you got me using some for therapy now. What?
Yes. Because
No matter what the fruit is, or
if it's your favorite fruit.
Uh-huh.
So what's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit is blueberries.
Okay, and what's your favorite fruit?
Pineapple.
Right? So
I feel really good right now.
I love it. And so what you're going to have is, because what really plays with us is our emotions.
Yeah.
And having to know which emotion is actually really arising at certain times. So during COVID, what were those emotions that everybody was experiencing? Because now there's like lockdown and there's this and there's that. And, so many people felt, well, I feel like I'm in prison, even though we were free.
Yep. Abandonment, depression, anxiety, all those things are showing up.
And no one ever said, hey,
Yeah.
go eat some fruit. Whether if you eat fruit or your favorite fruit, the endorphin's going to boost. But your favorite, it's going to skyrocket it up. Because when you have something that's your favorite, you're saying, I love you.
Oh.
I love me.
Oh.
So blueberries, I love me.
Yeah.
And because I love me, this is going to skyrocket up. I'm going to have the best day ever because I had my favorite fruit and it already did what it needed to do. Besides that, you have the antioxidants, going to keep you really young looking. So, that's the best thing to have when different types of emotions start to come up within our bodies that we don't know how to handle. And everybody wants to always feel good, right?
Yeah.
So in those moments, to deal with it, you can eat your favorite fruit while your body is dealing with it, instead of hiding it. And now we are expressing it in other ways and then in unhealthier ways. So then maybe we are drinking when we
shouldn't
are
be.
right.
Facts. That's why I don't do it when I'm sad.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm very self-aware of that. Yeah.
Right. So I wanted to bring it. Yeah. So that's what happens.
Yeah.
And so if you do have that fruit there, you're going to keep those endorphins up.
Yeah. Girl, you just.
What if you have a child who will not eat fruit?
Well, I think you have to juice it. Do they like juice?
Very picky.
I know.
He literally says, I don't eat fruit. I don't eat vegetables. Yeah.
But does he drink juice at all?
Apple juice.
Okay.
He'll drink apple juice.
Then you just juice apples.
And he'll eat prunes. Pouches.
See?
How old is this kid? Prunes?
He thinks it's a very special treat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aww. How old is
At least he's regulated.
6.5.
he? Okay, yeah.
He's regulated.
Yeah. No,
He'll get there, I promise, because
no, I'm drinking this juice. I'm like, how could he not?
No, he will, because my
these
daughter,
are amazing.
Yeah.
So Grace,
so amazing. But if I were to say, oh, it's fruit juice, he'd probably be like, nope.
I know. Say
like some magic.
Yeah, say
it's
this
an
is
elixir.
Spider.
It's an
Yeah,
elixir.
say it's Spider-Man juice. Who's his favorite hero?
Yeah, Hulk. I can get him a green one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And say this.
Hulk juice.
This is what Hulk drinks.
Oh my God, that's so good.
This is
Would
what
that
he
work for
drinks.
Armando?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Because I don't like beets.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't either.
I'm afraid of beets for some reason.
Armando loves beets. I'm the same
they
way.
taste
I'm
like dirt.
I'm like, why do you eat these?
When you juice them, do they taste as
When
earth?
you juice them,
They're a little different
it
to me.
tastes like it's still earth, but it's very sweet.
It's a sweet.
So I make a
it's
red wine.
weird.
I make a red in the fall.
A red wine?
Yeah, so these are our summer drinks, but in the fall, we have 3 different drinks for the fall that still pertains to what's going on with our bodies at the fall time.
Okay.
And what we need.
Also, there's some extra intention behind your drinks too.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
It sounds like that if you do something for the fall because of what our bodies are doing during the fall, then the summertime is doing what our bodies need during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense because we do with watermelon being hydrated, right? We do need a lot of hydration because of the being out in the sun, the heat.
Right.
That San Diego decided they wanted to adopt this time. All of these different things in order for us to. So that makes sense. This is what's amazing about it is because you have a lot of intention.
Absolutely.
Behind it.
Yep. So that's where the 8 comes in. Like, I know, right?
Let's on this third one.
We have cucumber, lime, and lemon.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, hold on now.
Yeah, you don't drink.
I'm just smelling it because the last one smelled amazing.
Thank you.
And as we, do this last one, we at the end of our show, we always do a drinker story.
Okay.
So do you have any, it could be a funny one, it could be something a life lesson you had during that drinking story. It can be something that inspirational
or just super memorable.
Yeah.
Like a place
whatever it has to do
like that.
With drinking. But yeah, just let us know.
Well,
after you finish.
We're going to have to take a sip before I tell this one.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Just in case you guys don't want to sip after I
after the story.
I know, right? Because it's our favorite. Cheers.
That smells really good.
I wanted to make this because I wanted to make a fresh margarita mix.
And it's margarita.
Yeah.
So I figured, okay, like how can I reproduce how the margarita mix tastes like? That's just all natural.
Yeah.
And went ahead and...
So you say cucumber, lemon, and lime? Mm-hmm. And that's it?
There's a special ingredient. We can't talk about that at the moment. But because you need a little sweetness.
Yeah.
And so that's in there. So there's no sugar, but that's in there. And, it's natural sugar. And here we go.
Yeah, no, it's great. That is a very enjoyable margarita. Yes. Add a couple ice cubes in there.
Right, yeah.
That's nice, yeah.
So my drinking story, I do have plenty, but it's going to be gross.
Okay, let's go for it.
I can do it. I got a strong stomach.
So, I think I'm like 25 at this time. And I went to
So it was a year ago. Got it.
So I'm at the sports bar, and I'm with a friend. We haven't spoke for a while, so so we go to the sports bar, and we have some food, and it's I believe it's like a UFC fight or a boxing match fight. So the place starts to get real packed, and then we meet this older couple, and they just don't stop drinking. And then I was telling myself, well, one day, why don't you just start drinking like how these people are drinking? Like, they just kept bringing it. So
I want to drink it. Little people.
Yeah. So I was like, well, let me try to be like how they are. And I guess I felt it was a challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like downing shots and whatever they're bringing. And the moment you finish it, the husband was back at getting you more drinks. So after you finish something, it's like right here. And there's all these people here, and I'm having like a fabulous time. I don't really know what's going on besides all these drinks.
Yeah.
And then it was like time to go. So now I couldn't believe I lasted. So I was like, oh man, this is good. I had a good fight.
Yeah.
I met like this couple that loves to just buy a whole bunch of drinks. So I'm telling my friend, we need to keep them with us.
Yeah.
And then so now it's over with. And she's like, okay, let's go. And I go, oh wait, one moment. I have to burp.
Oh no.
And then she was like, okay. So I grabbed the glass.
To burp into a glass?
I don't know why.
Yeah, you knew.
You knew.
So I grabbed this glass.
Yep.
And I was like, just in case. But it overflowed the whole glass in front of everybody. And my friend is like, Lee, what? And she's like, no, you're supposed to hold your liquor. And I was like, I can't. It's coming out. I was like, keep the glasses coming. Keep them. They come before, now keep them coming after. Oh my God, it was everywhere. It was so embarrassing, and they probably remember me if I ever go back there.
My mouth
That is amazing.
My mouth is a gate. I've never thrown up in front of people. Holy shit.
Yeah, talk about losing the fight.
Or trying to keep up with old drinkers.
Right. They had years on you. What was you thinking?
Well, at first I thought I would eat a whole bunch because at the time I did not know about the hydration and all of that. So I thought, a burger and some pizza and then some tacos and then margarita and then a shot. Then a drink, then a shot. So then after that I was like, yeah. And then I thought I swear I thought I landed it. Everybody was leaving and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be so good. Nope, all over there. Not only that, we drive home. So we drive home, we're not that far, and she has to pull over because here I go again.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then
Fill up the sidewalk this time.
in the middle of whatever. Yeah. And then finally we get home, and then now I'm like on the curb, my curb, just everything. And I made it in the house, and that's all I remember.
I was gonna say, are you sure it wasn't food poisoning?
No, I just know it was just all of that. And the next day I was fine.
Oh, you got it all
My
out.
door was wide open.
Oh.
Yeah, I had one of them nights.
Yeah, and I didn't have anything on, so I didn't know what happened. I woke up, nothing on, windows open, door open. That was it. So
neighbors coming by, Leatrice. Is that you? Neighbors
Good
like
night.
Leatrice.
Good night.
I see we had a great time.
But yeah, I won't ever forget. That's
Wow.
Yeah, that's
so embarrassing.
wild.
Cause I was like, I hope nobody remembers me.
Oh,
And I have, like, this
everyone
curly hair,
remembers you.
Right, like, everywhere.
They remember you're the girl who filled up the cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like 3 or 4. They kept bringing them, and I was like,
Oh,
my God.
Yeah.
It was like,
Wow.
Because you're not making it to the bathroom after that.
No.
Yeah. You're
No.
not making it to the bathroom.
And why did I think it was so classy? I even wiped the cup.
Oh, stop.
What? I know.
You was like, I'm going to keep my dignity through it all. Yes. That's some shit I would have did too.
Wait,
Napkin.
I'm like,
Then
could
I
you
was
guys
out.
bring me, I would have held it like down. Could you guys bring me one more cup? Because I feel like I'm not the one coming right now.
No, but I was like burping. I was like, oh, wait.
That was a little more.
Just in case. But I didn't know what was going to pour out. I was like,
Oh, my God.
Man, everybody just go. Leave me alone.
Girl,
All good.
that was too good. That was too good for me. I needed that.
I know.
I needed that, especially with door opening, you naked. I just needed that. I needed that to know that is. I'm not the only person that's been through that experience. Yes.
I know.
Yeah, so good.
Good God. Well, thank you, first of all, for coming on our show.
Thank you. I'm so honored and so honored to meet you, Paige.
Yes, thank you for being here.
So wonderful, and I hope
Where
you
can
guys
people find you?
on Instagram. We're on Instagram at 8JuiceCo. You can message if you want to have a party for an event. We'll come out. We'll set everything up. You can choose what drinks you like, or just say, just bring us something for those who may not want to drink.
The house, so you might be coming over to, do a little bartending for us.
I know, it's fun.
Yeah, I need people to have the collagen on their skin.
Absolutely, because when you wake up, you don't want to, you don't want to look like those crazy things on, or like a worm. You just don't want to wake up looking like a worm. You want to wake up fresh.
Yeah.
From having fun, when you wake up the next day, you want to say, I enjoyed myself.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, so here we go, because now you're having everything that's going to hydrate you, and that's nutrition inside of you, as opposed to something you don't know, and you're dehydrated, and,
Exactly.
No more hangover headaches.
Right. So we can find you on Instagram. And then where else? You have a website?
I do have a website.
Tell the people where the website at.
8JuiceCo.com.
Mm-hmm. And that's 8 like the number, not the spelling out of it.
Right. 8 like the number for infinity and for abundance.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You really appreciate it.
And bringing all of these
I appreciate
amazing
it.
drinks.
Not our skin looking good after the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
And once again, Odd Pairing is finished and we are out.
Signing out.
Thanks for listening and watching Odd Pairing. So please subscribe, like, rate,
and comment with your favorite drinking stories and curiosities about adult beverages. Cheers.
I'm going to happy hour. Who's driving?